Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make chili, cheese, corn, spinach toast. A lot of words in my mouth, right? Let me try saying that again. I think it sounds better if I say I'm going to teach you how to make spinach, corn, chili, cheese toast. There you go. So that's the recipe for today. The ingredients that you're going to need are corn. I have spinach, onion, one big onion, some garlic pods, 2 green chilies because I like mine spicy. I'm going to be using cheddar and a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and then milk, all-purpose flour, butter, all-purpose flour, and some milk to make the white sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is pressure cook this corn. I've added a little bit of salt to it, and I'm going to give it maybe 2 whistles in my pressure cooker. We're ready to start the process now. I've put on a big pan. I have my spinach finely chopped, my green chilies and garlic, my onion that's chopped. I don't know if you guys have one of these. Do you have one of these? I think they're amazing because it really helps me chop my onion super fine. If you already know how to chop it, great. I don't. So I have my finely chopped onion. I'm now going to add some butter and saute the onions first. Added the butter in here. I'm going to add my garlic first, and then I'll add the onions. You guys, but for me, garlic frying up in butter is like the most amazing, delicious smell ever. So I'm going to let the garlic cook a bit before I add the onions in. Okay. Once the garlic starts frying up, you can add the onions in next. There you go. I wish I had somebody recording me, but I don't want to trouble anyone. So yeah, I know my videos aren't the most greatest in terms of catching the right angle, but you get the idea. Now to this I'm going to add a tiny pinch of salt, because don't add too much because I added salt when I boiled the corn, and also here's the fact, spinach has salt in it, so don't make it too salty. So just add a little bit to let the onions cook fast. And next add 2 spoons of all wheat flour and let it cook, and then add the milk to make the creamy white sauce, to which I'll add the corn and the spinach later on. I've added the white flour to this. I'm going to just stir it. Let it cook with the onions and garlic before I add the milk in. I added the milk in here, as you can tell. I'm going to let it all cook and become a little thick before I add my corn that was steamed. And then at the very end, I'll add the spinach to it so that it cooks in it for a little bit. Once the sauce starts boiling, as you can tell, I just dropped the corn in because I want the juices of the sauce to enter the corn too. I don't want them to be like separate. So I'm going to let that cook with the corn. And I'm going to drop in the spinach next so that they all cook together. That looks like a lot of spinach, but once it all settles down, it's going to be a tiny mush. So give it a swirl now. Let it cook, because with the heat, the spinach is also going to cook in. I'm going to make it a little slow so that it takes a little longer in cooking and it cooks well. Now that it's nicely cooking in and it's all meshed up, the last thing is the chilies. I'm just going to dump them in. It's just 2 green chilies. It's to add a little bit of a bite to this whole chili cheese corn toast. I'm going to wait till this becomes one thick thing and it's done. And at the very end, I'm going to add in some grated mozzarella and grated cheddar cheese to add that extra oomph. And there it is. You toast some bread, serve it on, spread it on top, and you have your spinach corn chili cheese toast ready. I'm now going to take a tawa and toast 4 slices of bread on it. I put in some butter already. If you have a toaster, you may use that too. I just like doing it the old style. So that's me toasting my bread. I'm going to toast both the sides till they're nicely crispy done. And then I'm going to add the spinach corn and put in the cheese on top. And just let it melt a bit before we are done. Second thoughts, what I might actually do is I'm going to add the cheese directly inside here so that it mixes in well with the entire corn. So use your own discretion as to how much cheese you want to add. I just added in, I would roughly say like 2 cubes of it totally. So I'm going to let it melt in this heat nicely to make it nice and yummy. And then once the bread is toasted on both sides, I'm going to just spread it on top and then serve it with some ketchup if you want. Or chili sauce, actually, that might be better. I've toasted the bread nicely. Now before I put the corn on this, I'm going to divide it in half so that it's easy to pick up and eat. Cut my bread in half like I showed you. Now I'm just going to take the corn, spinach that I made, take a little bit and then just spread it out over there like that. I'm going to take some more and then spread it out here. And that, my dear friends, is spinach corn on toast. There you go. It's a nice healthy meal. It's usually a snack, but you can have it for dinner too.